So how many of you guys have trouble remembering what you ate last night for dinner? Or how many of you hate when people ask you the same questions over and over again even though you've already answered? Well, my grandma suffers from Alzheimer's disease, which is a disorder in your brain where you progressively forget how to do your own daily routine, how to live your life, how to brush your teeth. She doesn't know her son's name, which is my dad, so every time we see her, she just doesn't know who we are anymore. So today I'll talk about Alzheimer's disease and how you could prevent it and how it affects your brain and the people around you. I'm a freshman at Cal State LA, and this is the first time I've been away from home, away from my grandma, and she has my aunt to take care of her, but the fact that she's not around us, she doesn't know who we are anymore. So, and that happens to everyone who has Alzheimer's disease. They forget how to do their own daily routine. They forget who their family is. And so there's Alzheimer's disease is the sixth leading death in the U.S. 61% of the people have it at age 70, but 5% of the population can get it at age 45. So and once they hit 80, they're most likely to die. My grandma's on her 6th year, I think. And I'll talk about the ways to prevent Alzheimer's. And this is just how it's the 6th leading cause. So how you can prevent Alzheimer's disease is eating healthy, so like salads, chickens, all that is obvious. But one thing that scientists did figure out that helps the brain is cinnamon, coconut oil, walnuts, and olive oil. Those are stuff that I researched and found in articles that has been proven to show that it helps you live a longer life without memory loss. And omega-3 is a big one too. That's like fish, oils. It's having a Mediterranean diet. In an article that I found by an article called Alzheimer's and Dementia Prevention by Melinda Smith, she asserts to enjoy a Mediterranean diet, which means plenty of veggies, beans, whole grains, fish, and olive oil. Avoid trans fat, stock up on fruits and vegetables, and cook at home more often than you eat out. It's honestly hard to do all that because it's just so much easier to go out and get, but just like substitute as much as possible because you don't want to end up with like memory loss and stuff. And so this is what it looks like what an Alzheimer's disease looks like on this side. Alzheimer's brain. The ventricles shrivel up and there's no more blood flow, and it causes plaques to build up, which messes around with the fluid that helps store your memory and how to do things like planning, memorization, and talking, and something easy as talking. In a CNN news article that I found, Suzanne Scott states, the key to each of us is to rest within our schools. Our brains contain both history and identity, our most intimate memories from past life unseen, besides our future hopes and dreams. This disease affects the brain and caused by degeneration of the brain tissue and nerve cells. With fewer nerve cells present, it is harder for the brain to communicate with the body, and that's why the brain cannot function correctly. That's why it's a progressive disease. And this disease, Alzheimer's, is uncurable. Scientists have found out that they think the plaques that build up is the reason why older people and over through time get this disease. Since our brain is the most important organ in our body, it's the most gentle. So brain trauma is one of the main reasons how you could get it, but the most common reason is family history. That's the reason why you can get, this is the reason why you will most likely get Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, or dementia. So since my grandma has it, it usually skips a generation, so my dad most likely won't, but me or my brothers can get it, which really sucks. So that's why my dad's always constantly telling me to eat those things, have a daily routine, and also one of the things is to stay socially active, like talking to others, being able to do speeches in front of people, and being able to just be mentally strong so you could help prevent as much as you can. So researchers are still looking for new treatments to alter the course of this disease and improve the quality of life. So once again, this disease is the sixth leading cause of death and is still uncurable. You could have it from brain trauma, family history, and just old age also. So I hope that in my speech today you learned about Alzheimer's disease if you haven't before, you learned how you could prevent it, and you learned how it could affect the people around you. So if you get one thing out of my speech today, it's that you could start now. Start eating healthy, start exercising, and start being socially active. I'm very grateful that I'm aware of this now, so that way I could help my family and I help stay away as long as I can from having memory loss. Because I know none of us want to forget our grandchildren and what they look like. And then that's my grandma right here. She doesn't really know like how to smile or anything. Because like when you say cheese, she forgets. Like she doesn't know how. And since her second language is English, she forgot how to speak English. She just knows Spanish now.